Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that is shaping our world in ways we're only just beginning to understand: AI bias. We often think of artificial intelligence as this impartial, data-driven force, right? Pure logic, no feelings, no prejudice. But what if I told you that the very machines we build to be objective can end up discriminating against people? It's a huge ethical minefield, and it's happening right now. So, what exactly is AI bias? Imagine you're teaching a computer to recognize a doctor. If you only show it pictures of male doctors, it might learn to associate the profession exclusively with men. When it later sees a picture of a female doctor, it might get confused or misidentify her. That's a very simple example, but it gets to the heart of the problem. AI learns from the data we give it. And if that data reflects the biases, stereotypes, and inequalities present in our society, the AI will learn those biases too. It essentially becomes a digital mirror, reflecting our own flawed world back at us. This isn't just a hypothetical problem. It has serious, real-world consequences. Let's talk about a few key areas. First up, hiring. Many large companies now use AI to screen resumes. The idea is to find the best candidates efficiently. But what happens when the AI was trained on the company's past hiring data, which might show a preference for male candidates from certain universities? The algorithm can learn to penalize resumes from women or people from different backgrounds, even if they're perfectly qualified. It perpetuates a cycle of exclusion, making it harder for diverse talent to even get a foot in the door. They're getting rejected before a human ever sees their application. Then there's the justice system. In some places, judges use AI-powered risk assessment tools to help decide on bail and sentencing. These tools predict the likelihood of a person Sounds fair, right? But studies have found that some of these systems are more likely to incorrectly flag black defendants as high risk compared to white defendants, even when their criminal histories are similar. The data these systems are trained on often comes from historical arrest records, which themselves can reflect decades of systemic bias in policing. So, the AI doesn't just predict crime. It can reinforce racial disparities, leading to harsher sentences for certain groups. Facial recognition technology is another huge area of concern. It's used for everything from unlocking your phone to surveillance by law enforcement. But many of these systems have been shown to be less accurate at identifying people of color, women, and non-binary individuals. This can lead to false accusations and wrongful arrests. Imagine being misidentified by a flawed algorithm and having to prove your innocence. It's a nightmare scenario that has already happened. The problem, again, lies in the training data, which has historically been overwhelmingly dominated by images of white men. And it doesn't stop there. Think about loan applications. An AI might deny someone a loan based on their zip code, which can be a proxy for race or socioeconomic status. Or what about medical diagnostics? An AI trained primarily on data from one demographic might be less effective at diagnosing diseases than others. The bias can even creep into the ads you see online, or the news stories recommended to you, creating filter bubbles and reinforcing existing prejudices. It's woven into the digital fabric of our lives. So, who's to blame for this? Is it the programmers? The companies? The algorithm itself? The truth is, it's complicated. The problem often starts with the data. Biased data leads to biased AI. It's the old garbage in, garbage out principle, but with serious ethical consequences. There's also a lack of diversity within the tech industry itself. If the teams building these systems are not representative of the society they serve, they may not even be aware of the potential biases they're encoding into their products. It's a classic case of unconscious bias, amplified by technology at a massive scale. This brings us to the big question: what can we do about it? This isn't about ditching AI altogether. The technology has incredible potential for good. The key is to develop and deploy it responsibly. First, we need better data. This means actively working to create data sets that are diverse, representative, and carefully audited for potential biases. It's not enough to just scrape data from the internet. We need to be intentional about what our machines are learning from. Second, transparency is crucial. We need to be able to understand how these AI systems are making their decisions. Right now, many advanced algorithms operate like black boxers. We put data in, we get a decision out, but we don't know the reasoning behind it. Demanding algorithmic transparency and accountability means we can challenge and correct unfair outcomes. If an AI denies you a loan, you should have the right to know why. Third, we need more diversity in the tech industry. When people from different backgrounds, genders, and life experiences are involved in creating they bring unique perspectives that can help identify and mitigate bias before it becomes a problem. They are more likely to ask the tough questions and consider the unintended consequences for different communities. Finally, we need robust regulation and ethical guidelines. Governments and independent bodies need to step in to set clear rules for the development and use of AI, especially in high-stakes areas like law, finance, and healthcare. This includes mandatory bias audits, impact assessments, and clear lines of responsibility when things go wrong. We can't just leave it up to the companies to regulate themselves. The fight against AI bias is one of the defining challenges of our time. It's a technical problem, but it's also a deeply human one. It forces us to confront the biases in our own society. By building fairer AI, we're not just fixing code. We're pushing ourselves to create a more just and equitable world for everyone. It's a long road, but it's a conversation we all need to be a part of. What do you think? Have you ever experienced or noticed AI bias in your daily life? Let me know in the comments below. I'm really curious to hear your stories and perspectives. This is a topic that affects all of us, and the more we talk about it, the better equipped we'll be to navigate our increasingly automated future. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video interesting and thought-provoking, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more deep dives into the technology that is shaping our world. See you in the next one.